Following weeks of suspense, South Africans were finally able to breathe a sigh of relief after it was announced that the expected 0.5% VAT hike would no longer take effect. Although a victory for all South Africans, there seemed to be some crossed wires when it came to who landed the victorious blow. The DA is of the position that its mounting court action in the Western Cape High Court is what gave the final push for the National Treasury to reverse the increase.
No doubt Treasury jumping before it was pushed with that court case. I think anybody who saw that court case and watched the proceedings in court would have known it was not a good day for Treasury in court, and that's also why there's been a reach out around an out-of-court settlement on that particular case.
However, the ANC believes it's through open discussions held between the parties that voted in favour of passing the budget that they were able to resolve the fiscal framework with the National Treasury.
We made a submission to the Minister of Finance, like all other parties, after the 2nd of April fiscal framework vote in Parliament. We also held extensive discussions through this month, from the 9th of April, intensive discussions in the past 2 weeks in the same hotel with different political parties, even those who have chosen to go to court, to engage with them on the question of the budget. And that have showcased on our part that we've got a bigger role to play than just political posturing for the country.
With the parties continuing to miss each other on major issues, many continue to question the strength of their partnership. Political analyst Sandile Swana says that at the heart of their partnership is not a public mandate, but rather business pressure.
The welding of this GNU, of this grand coalition, is business. What holds this coalition together is not the ANC, it's not the DA. Those ones are given to be separate parts. What pulls them together and holds them together are the instructions, the line of march that they take from big business.
Swana maintains that although they may seem as two opposing forces, they will stick it out until the next election.
It's not their GNU to fire people or not to fire them. So when Mbalula said that he is surprised that the DA has not left the GNU, so the strategy of the ANC, if they are sick and tired of the DA, would be to find ways of creating room for the DA to leave, not to fire, not to be known to have fired the DA. And the DA knows that they can misbehave to the maximum degree, because these ones, the people who can discipline and fire the DA is big business, not the ANC.
The two parties have since met and reaffirmed their goal of working together for the greater good of all South Africans. Zara Groenewald, SABC News, Johannesburg.